So if you're growing your hair out for the first time, whether that be through choice or circumstance, there are several things you shouldn't do. In today's video, we're going to be looking at 5 things you shouldn't do when growing your hair out. As always, if you enjoy or find this video helpful, a thumbs up is greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already to keep up to date with the weekly videos. And a huge shout out to today's video sponsor, Manscaped. Towards the end of this video, there'll be a segment on what products and services Manscaped have to offer. So if that is of interest, be sure to stay tuned until then. The very first thing that you should not do when growing your hair out is assume it won't take long. Most people growing their hair out probably hit the first hurdle at around 3 to 4 months of growing their hair out. At this point, there's a slight realization that the whole process might take a little longer than initially expected. My personal advice is try to have a goal in mind. For example, my desired hair length was long enough to be able to tie all of my hair up, which we achieved very recently. Just having that goal in mind makes the whole process a lot less painful because you have something to look forward to. The second thing you shouldn't do when growing your hair out is to frequently cut your hair. So naturally, this is an incredibly obvious point. If you want to grow your hair, you shouldn't be cutting it. But if you've watched any of my hair videos, you know I'm a massive advocate for going in for those maintenance cuts. During the first year of hair growth, I suggest a maintenance cut every 8 weeks or so, and that is literally just to neaten up around the ears and the neckline. Doing this results in a slightly less awkward stage. It makes hair easier to style and work with, and also makes it look a little more presentable. With that being said, I think there is a tendency for guys to go way too frequently for a maintenance cut. Hair grows at a rate of 0.5 to 1 inch per month. So if you're going in every month for a maintenance cut, you're probably going to be losing a lot of that progress. The third thing is not caring about your hair's health. If you've always had shorter to medium length hair, once your hair does get longer and you find that it goes dry, having more hair that's dry or oily or whatever your hair issue is can make you feel really demotivated and question why you're even growing it out. It doesn't have to be difficult or more time consuming in any way to care for your hair some more. For example, an easy suggestion would be to shampoo less. This is something I get in my DMs a lot, so I do just want to quickly address it. I do think it's okay to shampoo daily if you have a oily to very oily scalp, or if you exercise and do build up a lot of oil in your hair. But that's only under the condition you're not using a shampoo that's overly stripping. Drugstore shampoos tend to be overly stripping. You'll know this because once you shampoo, your hair will feel very dry. In the description down below, I'll be sure to link some of my favorite shampoos which aren't overly stripping. The fourth thing is the entire opposite of what we last spoke about, and that's caring too much. Growing your hair out is a process, so intentively looking for any issues with your hair day to day is gonna burn you out, is gonna make you want to go back to having shorter hair. My advice is to be responsive rather than preventative. So for example, if you're experiencing dry hair, try shampooing less frequently, or try applying a hair mask once or twice a week, rather than being completely worried about having to shampoo your hair or applying a hair mask every single day because you fear that your hair might become dry. But all in all, you want to just move toward a more realistic approach when growing your hair out. The fifth and final thing you should not do when growing your hair out is lose interest. If you've watched this video up until this point, the chances are you are interested in how your hair looks. As your hair grows out and you progress into those awkward stages, you might start to forget what that feeling is like, and as a result you might want to just cut your hair and go back to having it shorter, despite having that goal in mind of having like a certain hairstyle somewhere down the line. So it's really important you find something that interests you with the current hair that you have, whether that be looking into new shampoo and conditioners, maybe a new way to pin your hair back, or a new pomade to slick your hair back. Whatever it is, like, try to find that thing that still keeps you interested. So those are the 5 things I suggest you should not do when growing your hair out. Again, a massive thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring today's video. On Manscaped, you'll find a selection of products and tools dedicated to below the waist grooming and hygiene. Manscaped recently announced an improved addition to their Perfect Package series, which includes this new Lawnmower 3.0 body trimmer, which is cordless, waterproof, skin safe, plus packs a ton of great add-ons to round out a positive grooming experience for the modern man. Included in the Perfect Package comes Crop Preserver, which is a deodorant, and Crop Reviver, which is a toner, all dedicated to below the waist hygiene. Manscaped offer a subscription service which allows you to save 20% on your order, as well as receive a replacement blade for your trimmer every 3 months to ensure it stays fresh and clean. Alternatively, you can get 20% off at Manscaped plus free shipping using the code Luca20. All additional info will be linked in the description, including my personal favorites from Manscaped. But that brings this video to an end. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until then, I will see you all in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.